This week I went to Louis Vuitton. I really wanted to try out their newest release. And there were also two other fragrances I couldn't stop thinking about. I left the boutique with one of them, and 5 minutes later I wanted to go back and exchange it. Not because I didn't love it, because something else was happening. My BFF, hello, thank you so much for stopping by. Do you do the same? Every time I travel, I like to mark the event and buy a fragrance to remember that trip forever. I traveled with the heat dome to Romania, super hot, the hottest day. I had to go to get the picture for my ID. I will probably look exploded for the next 10 years. Afterwards, I wanted to treat myself. Louis Vuitton shop in Bucharest is very close to the Athenaeum, a beautiful building. From Louis Vuitton, I already have Attrape-Rêves. That's a sparkling lychee with cocoa. For me, it smells like sweet dreams. It reminds me of a time in my 20s when we would go to the seaside. We would go almost every weekend, enjoying the sun, no worries in the world. And they were serving in a bottle, 300 ml bottle, champagne that is discontinued. Probably it wasn't such a big success. It reminds me of that pink bubbly fruity champagne. I wear Attrape-Rêves to bed. I'm not waiting for any special occasion because nothing in this life is guaranteed. Not even tomorrow is guaranteed, so I treat myself with the best fragrances I have. Whenever I wake up during the night or the next morning, I don't have any complaints about the longevity. It smells so beautiful and I feel like I am back there at the beach. I have a special relationship with Attrape-Rêves and I place it on my princess, feminine, soft, pretty fragrance shelf. I also tried Lovers. Lovers is a cool fragrance with that Santal 33 DNA, completely unisex, very cool woody. Lovers, yeah, Lovers still smells here 2 days past. Whenever I smell this, because Pharrell is the creative director of Louis Vuitton, I picture Pharrell. Everyone is so in love with Ombre Nomade. This is very dark and very woody. Honestly, I don't get the hype. It's a woody fragrance. Probably I would need to give it a wear, but it's not for me. It's not something that I enjoy wearing. Les Sables Rose. Wood and rose. Now on the tester strip, it smells more like roses. I already have, and I'm super happy with Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. I have the Eau de Parfum, so that one is my favorite in this category. I don't need Les Sables Rose, it's not special enough. Rhapsody. Rhapsody is special, you know. I have a SU method. S, is it special? Or do I already have something similar? E stands for emotion. Does it spark an emotion? Does it tell a story? And W stands for when. Can I see a time when I would wear it in my life? Rhapsody is special. It smells like black tea in a swamp. In the best way possible. But I wouldn't wear it. I cannot see a time when I would wear it in my life. eLVes. eLVes is a pretty elegant, I think, mass appealing feminine fragrance. Nothing stands out, so this one is not special enough. Everyone is head over heels with Stellar Times. Stellar Times I had during New Year's Eve. I wore it. I wore a dupe, which I never encourage. Yeah, I appreciate the art and I appreciate the originality. I don't encourage stealing someone else's creation. I didn't have any choice at the moment with all the information I had and everything in my circumstances. I picked up that dupe from Switzerland. For me, it reminded me a bit of Zerjof L. The same DNA with some orange fruits, an ambery base, very delectable and enveloping, like a golden aura surrounding me. Fast forward to April, I turned 40, and to celebrate, I was contemplating getting a full bottle of Stellar Times. Something, my intuition, stopped me, and I got a sample, an original sample. I tried it. It is a bomb. It is super strong, and it is that type of fragrance that I can almost taste, but not in a gourmand way. It's very potent and also very obnoxious. And at that time, I said again that it's not special enough, or I don't really feel called to get it, since I already have Zerjof L. I went in with the idea to try out the new release, Ambre Levant. Part of me thought that I would like it. I have read that the opening could be a bit animalic, and yes, it is, but it's not anything to be scared of. And then it transforms into a dark amber, and I see it leaning a bit more masculine. For someone that enjoys Ombre Nomade, there is a high likelihood they will also enjoy Ambre Levant. I was chasing Louis Vuitton when they announced launching this fragrance, and they were always confusing Ambre Levant with Ombre Nomade. Whenever I was asking for Ambre Levant, they would give me Ombre Nomade. Yeah, it's a similar way of saying it. None of the following fragrances are first sniff. City of Stars. It's inspired by sunset in Los Angeles, City of Stars. For me, City of Stars has a different meaning. In high school, I was raised in the east of Romania, and I was looking outside the window every night before going to bed. And I was looking at the City of Stars, my neighborhood city, not Los Angeles, dreaming of the day I would leave home and move to Bucharest, to the university. And my mother didn't really give me her blessing until she didn't have any choice. She would have liked me to stay in my hometown. I knew it was the only way for me to go to Bucharest, to the capital of Romania, and that's where most opportunities were. Better school, a better job. And I didn't even apply to my local university. I went directly to Bucharest, and it was the only plan A. If plan A didn't succeed, I didn't have any plan B. It didn't work out the first time. Luckily, there was a second trial in the fall. It was full with ups and downs. City of Stars, what does it smell like? It smells like summer in a bottle, sprinkled with powdery notes, with citrus, lime. It's very uplifting. Wanted to get it. The beautiful lady went and checked. They didn't have it in stock. So I went with another one of my favorites. It is so underrated. It deserves more popularity. The notes for the fragrance that I picked do not even matter. I just knew that it is one that I would reach out for. It is special. I don't have anything else like this. It sparks an emotion. When I would wear it absolutely anytime. It works very well in the high heat, and I will wear it for my entire trip. The fragrance is Fleur de Désert. For me, it doesn't smell like flowers, although it has orange blossom, jasmine, rose, and it's inspired by a garden in the desert. For me, it smells like a dessert. It has something so delectable. It has honey, and it also has ambrette. It has a very special vibe going on. Let's spray this one on. So beautiful. smells very refreshing, very feminine, very posh, and very optimistic. I also tried again Stellar Times on my skin. For some reason, because everyone is hyping it up so much, I wanted to try it again. When I left the shop with the beautiful Fleur de Désert, instantly I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back and change it for Stellar Times. In Romania, the difference is also not as high as in Switzerland between the two fragrances. And I had that urge, something is wrong and I need to fix it. And this isn't about this particular fragrance or about Louis Vuitton. It's about my old pattern, my inability to rest in my decision. Has it ever happened to you that you make a decision and then you immediately want to change it? And not only about perfume, in general, shoes, clothes, relationships, jobs, apartments, life. And then I remembered, wait, I already have a sample of Stellar Times at home. It already failed my suit test. Why am I always looking for something to fix when I already made a decision? I already know why I didn't choose it. So I chilled. I took my time. I relaxed. I took a deep breath. And then I opened this beauty. I sprayed it on my skin, let it surround me, and then I had this revelation how Fleur de Désert smells like. It smells like that moment in my childhood. I opened the freezer at the shop to pick my favorite ice cream with vanilla. It was a vanilla waffle cone. So delicious, and that air, fresh air, but also very gourmand and very enveloping. And by the way, I have seen people saying that this smells like hairspray. For me, it smells like that air coming out from an ice cream, or whenever you smell a super, super cold ice cream with that air surrounding it. Probably I get that from the honey, from the cinnamon, those gourmand elements, and it also has wood in the background. I don't get much wood in the first couple of hours, not at all actually. As it dries down, it gets woodier and woodier, and I actually like it. It's not strong, it's not that barbecue wood. It is very well blended. You cannot pick individual notes from this fragrance, and for me this is much better than Stellar Times. It never bothers my nose. And by the way, now that I got the chance to try Ambre Levant and also Stellar Times at the same time, I feel that they put some similar ingredient in both of them. That animalic aspect in Ambre Levant is the same, just dialed down in Stellar Times. And Stellar Times was a bit arrogant for me. So that's why Fleur de Désert smells like something good is going to happen. Either I'm going to have my favorite ice cream, no matter what, something amazing is going to happen. All worked out in my favor. City of Stars reflects the girl that I used to be, and Fleur de Désert represents who I want to be. The right fragrance isn't the one that everyone hypes. Maybe it's the one that reminds you to trust yourself. Today's wisdom is by Rupert Spira, and it goes like this. The mind chasing happiness is like a wave chasing water. What do you think about that? Let me know below, and let me know also what's your scent of the day and how do you feel wearing it. And also, have you ever dealt with this back and forth, going back on your decision? Let me know below. I'm sending you a big, big hug and so much love, and I can't wait to see you next time. I did my own nails like I do most of the times right before recording. I always don't like waiting 1 hour for my nails to dry, and I thought it would be a good idea to do them right before I record. And they are not ruined. So, life hack. And I also got a haircut, a layered haircut. Nobody cuts my hair like at home. Romanians are so passionate and so talented. It has been so hot after having a heat wave in Switzerland, and I can go on and complain about the weather there, and we don't have any AC. That's the biggest issue, and we are not allowed to install. I came to renew my expired ID. I tried to do it last time when I came here last summer, but they sent me away. My birth certificate is plastered and there is a law. If you know those funny shorts. Until now the law has been for years and years, but nobody has commented until now. I guess they had a target to send people away. So now I'm back, and it will be a very successful trip. By the way, talking about something good is going to happen, do you know that TV show Something Bad is Going to Happen? That used to be me. I used to always have this mentality that something is going to go wrong. I was super anxious. And even now with my travel, I noticed something about myself, that whenever I leave the house, I expect that something wrong is going to happen. And I said to myself, no, let's change that. Let's assume something good is going to happen. Everything will go smooth at the airport. Everything will go as planned. And guess what? It did. The flight was almost on time. They also received my documents to get my new ID. Everything works out